welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Huntermun, and this is Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones as part of the HD collection that got released, or the 3D trilogy collection, whatever it's called. I don't know, its title screen is a different thing than what's on the box, whatever. This is the PlayStation 3 port into high definition of the original Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. Now, unlike Warrior Within, first of all, this isn't just a good game. This isn't just a great game. This is a mostly amazing game. I love this game. This is one of my favorite games. It's right up there with Sands of Time. Though, this is a better rounded game. Whoops. I don't need that thing up there. Alright, so this game right here is looking pretty good. But, a second ago on stream, when I started it up, the title screen froze. I was having all kinds of weird hiccups in Warrior Within, a game full of technical glitches and hiccups and bugs. I was having all kinds of them I don't recall ever having before, so maybe this HD collection that, you know, you do what you do, you buy it, you play it for a little bit because you want a new version of the game you already have, and then you don't really play very deeply into it. All those years ago when I bought it when it was brand new, I have never finished this version of Two Thrones. I have finished Two Thrones like 12 times. And that is not an exaggeration. None of the times I've told you how many times I've finished Sands of Time, Warrior Within, or Two Thrones, none of the times I've told you has been hyperbole. I have finished this game at least 12 times. But it's never been on this version, so hopefully it won't become a buggy mess, like having the title screen freeze. That would suck. I'm going to check the options real quick. Alright, we all know that apparently I need free look inverted, so I'm going to try and get on top of that. Slow motion is set to never because that's my preference. Wait, what? Why didn't that keep? Saving the game, please do not turn off your PlayStation 3 system. Okay. Tutorials are on, blood is on. I guess subtitles should be under sound. I have effects turned down. That's apparently saved. Let's turn music a little bit down because I'm on stream. And you need to be able to hear me. Let's see here. Let me know if you guys can hear me alright, because this game will obviously not be balanced because I have just started it and I have done no testing. Wait, where's subtitles? Where's subtitles? I mean, it won't be there. Oh no, guys. I don't see an option for subtitles. If we go through, like, plot things and you either can't hear it or you're not following what's going along, I know the story, so just ask me in chat and I'll do my best to answer you when time is free. Otherwise, here we go. We're gonna start a new game, and I don't know. You decide. Normal, easy, or hard. I'm feeling like I could probably do hard. And I don't think I'm going to finish it in this sitting, so don't let that be a determining factor. This will probably get... I mean, we'll see. Sometimes I just get engrossed in a game, and I want to see it all the way to the end. But, once again, to the best of my knowledge, none of the difficulty achievements stack. Otherwise, I'd just play it on hard and then unlock normal and easy, so it wouldn't even be a question at that point. But, I'll give you guys another few seconds. Let me know, what do you think? Normal, easy, or hard? Easy, I might could finish it in a sitting, but it'll still take, like, if I just blaze through it and remember everything, which is unlikely, but I could finish in, like, 5.5 hours? I'm not seeing anything from the chat. Do I want to just play on hard? I can just play on hard. Well, I haven't played the game in a while. You know what? Maybe it'd be best if, Maybe Russian, probably that's why there's no subtitles. I mean, the Warrior Within was rushed. Unless you just mean the HD release, Gohan. I don't really know. You know what? I'm just gonna, for the sake of argument and comparison, let's play this game on normal compared to Sands of Time and also Warrior Within. Let's not do anything fancy. I gotta play it all 3 times anyway. Let me know if you can't hear things. And I will do my best to fix the audio. Or if I'm too loud, or if the game's too loud.
We all make mistakes. Some are small, some are large. But his mistake, born of innocence, fueled by pride, was the greatest and most terrible of them all.
All that is yours is rightfully mine. Change your fate.
Some believed when the prince journeyed to the island of time to escape death that he returned alone. The amulet destroyed, the Dahaka appeased, the empress dead. The prince was free at last. But this is not how it happened. The truth is that he chose to save me from my destiny. In doing so, he set me free. And doomed us all. Prince, of all the possible futures, this one held the most promise that something has changed.
Do not worry, Kailina. No harm will come to you in Babylon. I promise. Look, we are nearly home. No.
Hey, they finished that tower while he was gone for 7 years. Remember that from the beginning of Warrior with him? That was a work in progress. This looks like harm, if I'm being totally honest. Just like the tower in the distance in Sands of Time, I know where I'm going.
As our ship lay sinking in the harbor, the prince found himself in a city quite different from the one he left behind. The normally busy wharves were now decimated. Blood-spattered awnings and splintered door frames were all that waited to greet him. And the people, merchants, beggars, fishermen, were nowhere to be found. Others had taken their place.
No, I don't know why she's not wearing red. I don't know why Prince isn't wearing red. Honestly.
Let her go!
Might be slightly loud. Alright guys, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have picked...
Tell me when you want to hear more.
The narrator has returned, and this time it's Kailina. I have flipped... Oh, wait, hold on. Darn it. I have flipped the wrong control. Let's save that. That should make the difference. My bad. Looking at the screen. They have a... I don't believe they have a wardrobe on the boat. Have you seen the boat?
Allow me to continue. The prince made his way along the torn and blasted district, haunted by visions from his past. The dockside tavern where he'd spent many late nights was now reduced to cinders. Babylon's proud armada, which he would often come to greet, lay cracked and broken, cast to the bottom of the Euphrates.
Okay, so I went the quick way up. And then I stepped back on myself. Yeah. Yeah. I'm supposed to go this way. This has been... Whoops! Funny. Thank you, tutorial. That's very humorous. I enjoy it. It has been many years since I played this game. Regardless of how much I have loved it, it's going to be a lot like playing it for the first time. Except for, you know, it's good. So there's combat happening up there. This whole place is way more alive than any of the places in the other games. I don't know how that happened. It's a lot more reminiscent of the opening of Sands of Time.
Everywhere there are signs of battle. But what of Babylon's guard? Where have they all gone?
I'm only just now noticing how much, like, faster some of Prince's animations, like, basic animations are. I'm getting the impression that the tutorials can't keep up with me. Oh. I might legit not need the tutorials in this game, but I'm going to keep them on for everybody else to understand. Hey, look, water again.
Is this where I should resume the tale next time?
Yes. Wow. 24/04/2014. I was at the first boss fight 6 years ago. A little bit more than 6 years ago.
I will continue my story from here next time.
Alright, so that's when I started the game ages ago, but...
Why is it that every time disaster strikes, I find myself without a proper blade? Still, it's better than nothing.
While the screen is distorted, press triangle to start the speed kill. Wait for the dagger to flare before attacking. Press square to strike. I love it. I love everything about it. And also, let's welcome back Yuri Lowenthal as the Prince of Persia from Sands of Time, who is not the guy from the previous game. The guy in the previous game actually voices the Abomination in lots of X-Men stuff. Or lots of, I'm sorry, not X-Men stuff. What am I saying? DC stuff. Why would I say X-Men stuff? Is there an Abomination deck X-Men? I don't think there is. God, I love this music, though. I know lots of people like The Rock, but, I could leave it. I like this. That's a very slow fall. Okay. Alright, I think these guys come out and I have no choice but to engage them. I don't think I can stealth up on them. Yeah, I don't think that guy turns around. I'm gonna give him a hot second, though. Yeah. Right, pick up sword. An actual sword life bar, everybody. I really love this game. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy. I feel the love tonight. Wait, what did that say to do? Oh no, still chasing after Kylina.
Kylina! No! No way into the city now. I will have to climb this siege tower and enter from above.
Hi guys. Be the first combat I can skip? I don't remember. I think I can go past you. Oh, that's right, I moved the same speed in and out of combat! Oh yeah! It's on now! It is on!
I can sense the others who have passed through this place, intent on bringing harm to my family. For 4 weeks I've been at sea, and every day spent dreaming of my return to Babylon. But never, in all my visions of the future, did I suspect a homecoming such as this. War. It is the only answer. But war with who? And why?
Die! Does that guy walk back? I don't remember. Ah, well, combat's not so bad in this game. Oh, wait, hold on. I can actually get up here. Wait, no. Up here? Oh, man. Oops, too early. And I can't rewind that. I did press square too early. Thanks, game. You got me. You got me good. We have archers now, so some guys actually back up and try and hurt you from a distance. I don't know if I was invincible during that, but it felt like I was. See, your punishment for failing to kill dudes stealthily is that you gotta fight them. Please note, these guys are not popping into sand, because these guys are not sand creatures. I'm killing real people. Sand creatures aren't real. That's crazy talk. You crazy. It's like a save.
Shall I?
Yes, you shall. Oh, I saved over it. Whoops. I was thinking about keeping it for posterity, the 2014 run.
Continue my story from here if you are called away. You should know that it was not love that drove him, but duty. I was his responsibility. He had made a promise that was now broken and undone.
Oh, there she goes.
As with all mistakes he had made, the prince meant to fix this. A noble goal, to be certain, but a selfish one as well.
That's right.
For he was motivated to ease his own pain.
Prince is still being selfish. He's been selfish for like 2 whole games now. And he's still that guy from the Warrior Within.
I know these streets. Knew them anyway. I must keep pace with Kylina if I'm to find the one responsible for this.
Forget. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, baby. Come to Papa. Love the quick kill, love it. Oh, here, look at this. New platforming. Point left stick towards the gap and press cross to jump in between the walls. Yeah, baby. We got a new thing. Ah, these are the guys I can't actually dodge. Hey, look, they have a reasonable amount of health. Isn't that super weird? After playing Warrior Within? Jeez. Oh man, he grabs, he moves up fast. Okay, this is where we teach you that you can jump into the gap and then go up. Look at that, everybody. New platforming. That man has ceased to be. Now keep in mind, I'm doing this all without the Sands of Time. Sands of Time do not exist. Oh, there's an actual, like, eagle eye button. I sense a residual amount of salt from Warrior Within. No. It's seasoned salt. It's different. There's flavor. There's flavor to this salt. The salt is making this game taste even better. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. This game is legit faster than the last game. Himalayan salt? Is that like Himalayan Velcro? Like, what are we talking about? Himalayan salt? Excuse me, sir. Sir. Excuse me. I stab. Oh, I'm just fucking handling the combat. Even if I have to do some combat in this game, the combat's not that bad, but like... Oh, hold on, wait. There's a save.
Should I continue from here when you return?
In case you haven't been here for a few minutes, Mal, narrator is back. It's Kylina.
Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
And we've already introduced one new type of platforming. Hey look, landscape view. Those guys are not looking at me. God, look at this, like, level design. I know, Mal, that's exactly why I'm commenting on it now, to be like, hey man, narrator. Oh, it feels good to just murder people. And just regular people, too, not even like sand creatures. better stealth mechanics? I'm sorry, I think you mean stealth mechanics. There were no stealth mechanics before now. This is the first in the entire series. My citizens are getting beat up, though. I'm not okay with that. Like, look at these people. Who are these invading jerk-offs? If you know the answer to that, don't answer in chat, okay? We have to play with the inclination that no one has seen this game before. They've, at very least, if they're just watching my channel and stuff, I've never played it on stream. So, I'm being a storyteller, alright? I'm gonna be like, who are these guys? What is happening? I have so much muscle memory right now. I'm turning around and like going to places that I haven't seen yet.
Asha, who would stand before her stall selling fruits and flowers, or the errant children making trouble as all young ones do. Gone. All gone.
Prince is reminiscing about his hometown. You can see some Assassin's Creed influences in the Prince's current costume. It's white. I don't know if that counts. Granted that when Assassin's Creed was in development, it was going to be the next Prince of Persia. So there is that. I don't think I have to worry about that guy turning around just yet. Oh, yes I do. Oh, whoops. I screwed that up. I didn't think I was going to land on the guy's head. Wait, hold on. How does counter work now? Oh, okay. It's back to being like Sands of Time. I have to hit just before they strike. Guys, stop backing away. Stop backing away, guy. The gold, the whole bracers and such, stealth kills. You know what I'm about. Hey, you know what? They could have really leaned on the Prince of Persia when they did Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, and they didn't. Okay, so you only have the landscape camera sometimes. But that's okay. I love all the Prince's incidental dialogue, which is a lot of stuff that was missing from Warrior Within because you couldn't set it off so that it would happen in the proper order. Whereas this game has a forward plot progression, and as a result, you can actually fill these empty corridors with Prince dialogue, have him talking to himself like he used to before Warrior Within happened. And, you know, developing the story and his character and his knowledge.
Shall I continue my story from here if you are called away?
And I really, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's why Die Hard works, because Bruce Willis was able to be John McClane in an elevator shaft, in a roof, by himself, for a lot of the movie. It's the same reason that it works with,
Home. And yet nothing is as I remember. Objects once familiar and comforting now fill me with uncertainty and dread. What has happened here?
So as I was saying, it works in Die Hard the same way that it works in, Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell, is because they can carry a scene and interaction by themselves and you can be entertained by it. That guy walks back, right? I think that guy walks back. I love this music. I can't tell if that guy's walking back or not. Because, you know, you don't want to deal with archers. Yeah, I just can't tell. Wait, where did he go? Wait, where did he go? Weird. But wasn't there a guy? There was a guy, right? I didn't just imagine a guy. Wait, hold on. No. I'm on the wrong side of this wall. I am a dork. I am the dork. It's okay. It's been a while. Rusty is everything. No, I think I just have to approach that guy when he's looking away. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Oh wait, I can't do this because you're archers, right? You're gonna shoot me down? I seem to recall that happening. Yes! Yoink! I tried to... Wow, that is a giant arrow in me. The rust is real! Did you just hit that guy with an arrow? Why can't I stab dudes on the ground? Okay, anyway. Whoa, I didn't know I could run behind that. Alright, Prince, stop. Just jump. It's fine. Oh, that's right. A new platforming mechanic, everybody. Check it out. I can now stab walls. Stab. Jump. Stab. So liberating. It adds to the possibilities. I love it. Okay. Hey, look, everybody. A new platforming element. Isn't it amazing? That's like 3 in a row. You run along the wall, then you bounce off the shutter. Now you're over here. Also button. Button is classic. Here, let's it's not bad to have a secondary. Wait, remember Rage of Darius? Square, square, triangle, triangle. Okay, I'll do my best to remember that. And then you run over here, and then you stab. And then you let go. Okay, there's a guy down there. You can jump over and stab. Okay, let's see here. Many opportunities for stealth. As long as people don't look up. And why would you look up? That's just crazy. Why would you look up? Or fall off. Let's not fall off. Remember, there's 2 ways to fail that. To press too early and to press too late. Anybody else in here with me? Doesn't look like it. That guy heard something, but he didn't see anything. Did he go and look on the other side? I like that wall hang, where he held himself up on both sides. Yep. I love it. I love it, Mal. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Oh, I missed it! I remembered what it was to do and I messed it up. You can wall spring into immediate kill from the wall, from the board, and I messed it up. Actually, maybe these people have a little bit much health, but then again, I got a tiny little stabby stab, so I mean, you know how tiny little stabby stabs are.
I should be resting now, recovering from my time away.
Yeah, really.
Or sitting with Father.
Sure.
Instead, I'm forced to run and hide, sneaking about like a common thief, hunted in my own city.
I don't remember how to stealth these guys. Aha. Maybe that. Maybe that will do the trick. Run across. Jump at the shadow. The shadow is back. Whoops, too early. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, you legit broke my guard. Like Kylena. Oh, okay. I don't want to die before I get sand! I gotta figure out this new counter, though, if I'm gonna live. Alright, you dead. Well, as long as you're dead. Whoops. Wait, do I? Wait, am I supposed to be hitting these? No. Okay, good. Still chasing after Kylena, wherever they're taking her. So I go this way, and they go that way, with her. No matter how fast you do that, you cannot possibly get to that doorway in time. By design. So I'll go in the alternate way.
Should I continue from here when you return?
Hawkeye.
Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next
Oh, these
time.
things. Apparently my family paid for the same traps. Never mind. Those are totally new. Forgot about those. We didn't have to wait for someone really loud to turn on the palace's defense system, because apparently they're already on. Stop wasting time! Rude. I was moving there. Wait, hold on. What is the wall stab thing? Hey, look! Another thing. It's a new platforming element. I've gone the wrong way. Oh well. At least I didn't die. Stop trying to jinx me. God, stop doing that! What's your problem, dude? Camera angles? Shit. Wait, there's a flick? There's a flick? Stop doing that! Something is really weird happening right now. Okay, I got it. It's because I was holding R1. It's just a nuance of the control.
Pay attention to what the prince overheard as he drew close to where I was being kept.
That needs subtitles real bad. She said to pay attention to what he heard. All right, so
Is this where I should resume the tale next time?
you're gonna hear some stuff. You're gonna hear some things, some very relevant things.
I will continue my story from here next time.
Many years ago, I journeyed with the Maharaja of India to the island of Time, intending to claim its secrets. What we discovered was a barren, ruined place. Its halls deserted, and its guardians gone to sand. Strange tales adorned its walls, which spoke of an empress of time. Of this ancient creature, there was no trace. We returned to India with treasure nonetheless. A staff, a dagger, an empty hourglass covered in jewels, and books. Such secrets they contained. For even then I was an older man, and knew that my time would soon be at an end. The books showed me that life eternal was not beyond my reach, but it required the essence of the Empress herself, the power of the sand. But who were gone? They were gone. So I thought. I turned my attention towards other pursuits, and left that dream behind. But then, 4 weeks ago, the dagger stirred, and showed me things. Whispered to me in my sleep. It drew me here, towards Babylon. Alas, the Maharaja would not share my vision, would not grant me leave. So I slew him and claimed his kingdom, his army for my own. Nothing would stand between me and my desire.
Everybody catch that? Gee, I wonder who it is. It could only really be one guy. If you've been watching since the birthday stream on Thursday, he traveled with the Maharaja to the island of Time, seeking the sands of time, but instead got an hourglass, a staff, and a dagger of time. Exactly, Mal. Who could it be? Who could it be? A dagger, an hourglass, and a staff? Wait, there's a staff? Who could have a staff? He found a way with books and stuff that are there to try and regenerate himself a little bit, to get himself a little bit extra time, but he wanted eternal life. And then he found out that he could have had eternal life if, instead, he was able to get the Empress of Time for her Sands of Time, but alas, she was not there. She was not there because in the last game, we took her 7 years into the present. I mean, Obama's done some good stuff, but he's also not done some good stuff. In any event, memes aside, yo Obama, okay. Alright guys, you're with me so far. Alright, so, I believe this is the double kill. Oh, yeah. It's all coming back to me now. Is there anything on the other side of here? I don't think there is. I don't think I gotta worry about, like, treasure chests and stuff like that. Wait, what? Oh, is that just a way up there? Huh, okay. Who could it be indeed? So, now, 4 weeks ago, the dagger stirred and had him go towards Babylon. When he told the Maharaja, dude, we gotta go to Babylon. I can't tell you why. We gotta, like, take it over, okay? The Maharaja was like, no, why would we do that? We're gonna sit over here and keep being ourselves. And whoever this is, was all like, okay, so I kill him in his sleep, and I take his army, and we go and invade Babylon because I know, through the dagger telling me so, that I need to be there if I'm gonna maybe have a chance at the sands of time. And that's where we're going right now. Is to...
Recklessly, the prince drew his weapon and charged forward, intending to rescue me. It was as if he had learned nothing from his past adventures. Or perhaps he'd simply forgotten, made blind and deaf by fear and rage.
For 7 years.
This is how it happened. This is how I died.
No!
You don't want to get got with one of those.
What have we here?
It's a...
Vizier!
the Vizier.
Ah, you must be the Prince of Persia.
A younger Vizier.
Come home at last. Too late, I'm afraid. I believe I have something of yours.
No! Kylena!
When you kill the Empress, you make the sands of time, everybody. And then, you know, everybody else becomes sand creatures.
A promise of power fulfilled! I will be immortal!
The prince knows what he's about. He's like, the only way I'm surviving this is with that dagger. That's the only way I get out of this alive.
Father, forgive what I have done. Wherever you are.
Wherever you are. You have gained the recall.
I am happy to wait.
Be happy to
I
win.
have all the time in the world.
Yeah, I mean, because you're dead. Okay, so, I just want to put this out there, alright? So at the end of Sands of Time, we rewind all of the adventure, and we steal a kiss, and we do the whole thing, and yada yada. Okay, alright, all that stuff happens. Warrior Within has happened. Hopefully, if you're watching this later on YouTube, you're watching the whole playlist, and you're not jumping in right now. It's going to be like, who are these people? Why should I care? Don't be like that. Go back to the beginning. Okay, anyway. Alright. But, because the Sands of Time were never created, because they didn't fill the hourglass, there was no claimant on going after them. There was no deal with the Vizier. Not only did we rewind the adventure of Sands of Time, we made it so Sands of Time didn't even happen. The prince has never met, for example, Farah. He's never technically met the Vizier. The Vizier isn't necessarily going to know who he is. And you never invaded the Maharaja to take his stuff, and all the other chain of events that have led up to this point here. What we do know is that Farah's dad is dead, so there's that. We know he's dead. We don't know what's happened to our own dad. And now we are here, seven years in the future, a few weeks after we left the Island of Time at the end of the last game. And, you know, it's one of those butterfly effects. We don't know how we've affected reality by altering that chain of events.
Let's see. Where was I?
Whoa. Hey, thanks for getting crushed, dude. We have unleashed the sands of time. Again. Again. This is literally the third time we've unleashed the sands of time. Oh, it lets me jump off that wall. I forgot I could do that awesome stuff. Literally the whole place is falling apart as it did in the first game, except this time you get to actually not have it as a cutscene. You're actually here for it. Is that going to be Tapestry? I think that's going to be Tapestry. We're going to take this save. And I believe we are currently going for the achievement where we...
Should I continue from here when you return?
Where we do not... Smooth? Remix! Oh, man. Mal, seriously.
Good.
If what
This is
Ubisoft
the
announces
start the
is a remake of this trilogy, I would take a remake of Sands of Time, but I love this trilogy as a story. Obviously, I don't love Warrior Within. It's not good. But, like, it could be good. It could be good. It wouldn't really take that much to make it good. Redo the whole trilogy. Give it to me. I will throw money at you. As much as I really don't want to be throwing any more money at Ubisoft, being that they are a misogynistic, racist kind of company, I'm also a consumer. What am I gonna do? Like, really? It's how we consume. Present to the past, Javelin Warrior Within was so confusing to me. Whoops! It's okay, I have the recall, everybody. I have the recall. I was looking at the chat room, was not paying attention. I need to actually go this way. Yes. Oh, we brought back the platforms that fall away when you step off of them, like in Sands of Time. I mean... I do not scream for a Metroid Prime collection because I already own it. What I want is Metroid 5. That's what I want. You're gonna give me some Metroid. I want an actual 5th game 2D in the series, please, thank you, yes. I like how that tutorial didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh man, lots of just saves. Let's just have saves.
Shall I continue?
Alright, I'm gonna start cutting her off when she starts talking on the save screen. I think I've heard enough of her dialogues for you. No, he means Metroid Prime Trilogy HD Remaster. I think that's what Gohan means. And I already have Metroid Prime Trilogy, and it's already... I think it's already in HD. Whoops, I messed that up pretty bad. I am the dumbest right now. I do need to keep some sand on me, though. Actually, can I start breaking stuff to get sand now? Oh, I can. Oh, let's get some sand. That was a sandy chair, but nothing more. Quoth the Raven. Okay. Prime 4 is coming, though. And I don't care. I want Metroid 5. I don't care about Prime 4. Forget that. To me, Metroid is, in its essence, in 2 dimensions. And Samus Returns was pretty good. It was a little bit better than okay. It was a lot better than Metroid 2 in the grand scheme of things. I just feel like it didn't quite nail everything Metroid Prime 2 was... I mean, Metroid 2 was when it remade it. Hi, guy. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right, my weapon, my primary weapon now, is the Dagger of Time. Which, if you think about it, kind of weird, because that means that the dagger was somehow made as a sword? Oh, yeah, also, check out the prince's arm. Look how messed up that is. That is bloody, and he's got the thing in him. I forget what those are called, but they're really bad. Wait, am I going this way? You know I don't have to fight you, alright? Like, that's not a thing. You want it to be... Whoop. You want it to be a thing, but it's not a thing.
Once more, the wheels of suffering are set in motion by my hand. In taking Kylina from the island of time, I've changed the course of history. Without the sands of time, I never journeyed to Azad, never killed the Vizier. Now he lives again, driven by the same mad desire. I promised no harm would come to her.
There you go. There's the prince realizing everything we were just talking about. Hopefully you could hear that over the music. Let me know if I need to turn down the music a little bit more so you can hear the voices clearer, because I'm considering doing it myself. I like the music, though. I do.
Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Actually, for the sake of argument.
Tell me when you have time to hear more. Very good. I will continue.
Things still be falling apart. The rumbling of the sands of time.
I am being pushed deeper into the palace, and further from my enemy.
And he really wants to kill the Vizier now, because he knows what's up.
My arm! What's happening? What has the Vizier done to me? I don't... Oh!
Everything had come full circle. The prince had resurrected his greatest enemy. Worse, he had accidentally delivered me into the man's hands, unleashing a nightmare plague across Babylon. As if this was not enough, the prince had nearly been transformed by the sands himself. Though he had avoided death, he had not escaped entirely untouched.
Wake up, Prince. Wake up. Wake up! The way behind you is gone, so you will have to find another exit from these sewers. Be quick about it. Start moving.
Alright, man, we're working on it.
Who's there?
Who's there's a good
Is
question. I hope I didn't interrupt the dialogue line.
Where I should resume the tale next time?
I think he just said who's there and that's the end of it. I don't think I interrupted anything. I could be wrong, though.
Be careful. The planks are slick. Mind your balance.
Oh, yeah. It's the good shit.
Good, good. Head down. Oh, they do not seem to like the light.
Hmm? Oh, there's more of you? Can I no longer stab dudes who are on the ground?
Lead them into the light. Strike while they are blind.
Alright.
Well done.
Oh, I don't remember that. Oh, I can stand on poles in this game. Like, legitimately. I totally forgot that was a thing. Yeah, baby. I'm not currently hurt, or I'd drink water. I'm not currently lacking sand, or I'd bust some pots. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't need to do that, did I? No, I didn't need to do that. I could have jumped backwards. When you start speedrunning this game, you start understanding how you can jump past the camera, because the camera's hiding stuff from you. I could have legit jumped backwards. Oh, I need to go over there. Yep, not gonna remember my way around, it looks like. But that's okay. This is what happens when it's like, oh man, what game would you like totally forget so that you could enjoy it again? And my answer to that is like nothing. I have a giant fear of losing memories and stuff. But this is kind of what it's like. I get to experience this game again a little bit fresh. I know the basics of what happens, but I do not remember all the details anymore. Oh man, I love the way this 3D interacts. Oh look, it looks like other Persians have been here before. What? What is happening? I like the original character model of this character than what we have right now.
Have I become a sand monster?
Call it what you will. Destroy your enemies. Now use it.
Alright, so you heard the prince freak out that he's become a sand monster. And the answer is
What benefit is this?
not quite.
Even as I fight them, I grow weaker.
Kill them then. Let their lives replenish yours.
Oh, I didn't know that's how that worked. Very super Castlevania. Okay, that's right. I heal by getting sand, so you guys gotta go. Oh, that was bad. That was super bad. Let's not have any of that. That end my block. Man, I'd already gotten past this combat if I could remember how to do that. I can't remember if it's R1. This is sloppy God of War right now. Way to hit your friend. These guys are falling into duplicates of each other?
I knew you had it in you.
Oh, it's triangle. It's just triangle.
I assume this is not permanent?
It is, if you want it to be.
I do not.
But you will.
Alright, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Hi guys. Not what I meant. Where am I going? I want to get there as quickly as possible. I don't want to deal with you guys at all. I may have better fight options, but I still don't want to fight. Ah, there it is. Oh, that's a knockaway. Hold on. I hate combat. I'm sorry. Let me just try and cheese this a little bit. I don't know where that is.
Why then is this happening to me?
You have been infected by the sands of time, as I am sure you have noticed. Maybe it's the dagger. Maybe it's all the time you've spent amongst the sands. Or amongst the Empress. Either way, you are resisting it. Mostly.
Mostly?
You did just transform into something rather unique, so I think the word is quite appropriate. Think of it this way. You have been given a gift. You're stronger, faster.
Uglier.
Now.
That explains the transformation. But who are you?
Have you not realized? I am your untapped potential, your unrealized dream.
Excuse me. I hope you keep talking. Nope, I screwed it up. Basically, he is you. And the game's got to figure out when I do a thing that interrupts dialogue, I want to keep hearing the dialogue. Let it keep playing.
It's gone now. Water seems to fight this corruption. Why did you hide this from me?
What? And ruin all the fun?
That was for Mal. I did that on purpose. No, really. Why did you hide this from me? Oh man, I see that dialogue's gone now. Nope. What am I doing? Oh wait, there's a lever on some wall, isn't there? I don't see it. I can make fight music go weird in any game. Wait, there it is. Excuse me. Wait, no? No. Yes? Wait, which way is the... Shoot. I don't remember which one's the... At the traps, okay. I couldn't remember which was which. I thought going through the tarp was the correct direction. Or was the hidden direction. Beautiful.
Not bad.
Wait, what? You sure it's the traps? This looks like the right direction. Yeah, no, I think this is the right direction. Hmm. Where was the last place I saved?
Fortunately, that is not how it happened.
Where was the last place I saved? Was it before the Dark Prince? Seriously, guys. Oh, hey, there's a lot of people. There's not extra people who are not talking who are watching. You know what? For those people, since I got to go through the game a bunch of times anyway, let's go ahead and hit retry. I don't want to, but like, oh, unless it puts me after that choice, which it didn't. Wait, hold on. I'm still going the wrong way. Oh wait, no. I just saved right there, right? Yeah, I just saved right there. So we're not going to do that. Hold on, one quick second. Okay. Because you can get the trophy. Now I'm going back. Hold on. I just saved though, right? There's a save right there. Clearly I saved, yes? Clearly not. Alright, everybody. I apologize for that. That's what I get for going for a trophy. Wow, this is super far. That was that long between save?
Planks are slick. Mind your balance.
Hey, maybe I won't screw up so much and get more of the dialogue I missed. Because I was dying. Because I was rewinding. Whoops. I didn't save at the save that's right there? Wow, that floor didn't exist. Oh well, I can do it better. Man, I can't believe Really? I didn't save right there? That's so unlike me, especially after Warrior Within.
Good. Head down. Well done.
Alright, well. Now you get to see me do stuff when I'm actually, like, fast at it. Let's see if we can get a little bit more sand. Nope, not right there. There's some. I'm not a professional speedrunner. Whoop! Hold on, wait. Oh, I can show this off. If you go up here, and then you jump back, you can skip that. My apologies to everybody who just watched this. And the one person who left. Oh. I didn't realize I would do that. That was a long ways between saves. Alright.
What have I become? A sand monster?
Call it what you will, Prince, but you have been given the ability to destroy your enemies. Now use it.
Alright. See you later, Mal.
What benefit is this?
Hope you have a good night.
Even as I fight them, I grow weaker.
Kill them then. Let their lives replenish yours. Feels good, does it not?
I assume this is not permanent?
It is. If you want it to be.
I do not.
But you will.
Why then is this happening to me?
You have been infected by the sands of time.
I will, Mal. I already
as
do.
I'm sure you have noticed. Maybe it's the dagger. Maybe it's all the time you spent amongst the sands. Amongst the Empress. Either way, you are resisting it. Mostly.
Mostly?
You did just transform into something rather unique, so I think the word is quite appropriate. Think of it this way. You have been given a gift. You're stronger, faster.
Uglier.
Now.
That explains the transformation. But who are you?
Have you not realized? I am your untapped potential, your unrealized dreams. I am part of you.
You're inside me?
And this is a long period between saving. Note to self, definitely don't accidentally skip on saving. Hope you have a good one, Mal, and I will see you in the future.
It's gone now. Water seems to fight this corruption. Why did you hide this from me?
What? And ruin all the fun?
What and ruin all the fun? That's what the Dark Prince said.
They do not seem to like the light.
Well, he didn't even have that dialogue earlier. Because I'm going so fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I do want to go through the tarp. But I also want to hit the save, just in case. Which I failed to do previously.
Excellent work.
So, my bad.
Should I continue?
Yes, you should continue from here next time. I'm really off pace. I'm going about half the speed I normally go.
I will continue my story from here next time.
Alright, let's do this right. Hey guys, what's that? That looks unique. It's glowing. It's a water fountain that's glowing, right? That's neat. What is that thing spinning in the middle of it, though? Yes, go on. I'm presenting the game a certain way for everybody who hasn't seen the game before. Oh, what's this? Like I said, I've beaten the game 9 times. Whoops, hold on. Pro tip. Glad I remembered that. Oh yeah, you can switch to the other side of the beams now. That's fine. You gained bonus health. And broke the fountain. You also broke the fountain. Here's another thing for the remake, if I will. The original art for this game showed that at various points of the game, when you got further along, the sand tattoo that's going through the prince's body right now would grow to that size, but that, I don't know, because of limitations or drawbacks or what have you, they ended up just saying basically it looks that way the whole time. And I would like them to, if they were going to remake this game, make it so that you see the corruption growing in him, you know, like Samus in Metroid Prime 3 corruption years after this. It was years after, right? Yeah. Metroid Prime 3 was on Wii. Do I have full sand? I think I do. Yeah, I do. But it's like, you know, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen the game before. I mean, like life upgrades are spoiling,
Shall I
but like,
continue my story?
there's a certain amount of, ooh, what does this game have? And ooh, what can you do in this game? Like, if you told me missiles were going to be in the next Metroid, I wouldn't, like, get super upset about it, but like,
This is a fine place to start.
if you told me the screw attack was, or frost missiles, or dispersion gun, or whatever, like, some new thing that Samus hasn't had before, or some old thing she doesn't have very often, I'd be a little upset that you spoiled the finding of that item for me, sure. Whew. Hi guys. Are you looking this way? I can't tell. No, that one's not looking this way. Cool.
When the prince was struck by the sands of time, something was woken within. Something strange and cunning. Something dark. The 7 years spent on the run had embittered the prince and made him hard. This burden sustained his other half, gave it strength. The prince was tempted to do as it said, for it was a light in the darkness, offering comfort and guidance to a man who had just lost everything. But what were its intentions? Why did it happen? Only time would tell.
Yes, only time will tell. Whoop. I like how that shoots at the camera. Uh-oh. I might be a little late. I got it. That's like a pillar of light. What's that all about?
Is this where I should...
There's a very bright save screen.
I will continue my story from here next time.
That's not a good picture.
Babylon. It's so far away. As a child, Father would tell me stories
Pay
about...
attention. Something's happening down there.
Is that... It's the Vizier! He has been completely transformed.
Interesting. He has used the power of the sands to transform his army. And these artifacts will allow him to transport them across the city with ease. He appears to be in complete control. Things do not look too good for you at the moment.
I will not let the Vizier have Babylon. My city. My throne!
He's become a beautiful.
He has used that beam as a gate. We will follow him through it.
He has become a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Okay, anyway. Okay, so one thing happened there that I really like, which is the prince, Yuri, who we know from Sands of Time, went off on one of his fantastical remembrance of something that was going on before and something his father used to say, this, that, and the other.
Shall we continue then?
And he got interrupted by the Dark Prince going, dude, pay attention, there's a thing happening down below you. And I like that, because it kind of shows the fault of both characters. Alright, kill the sand guard to prevent him from calling for reinforcements. Once all the nearby enemies nearby are killed, the sand gate are killed, you can collect its sand of time. Okay, I don't remember, I don't think the guard turns around. Alright, 3 stabs. I have gained a new sand tank. That makes 4.
What's happening?
Well, that certainly went according to plan, did it not? You really should know by now that entering portals made of sand only leads to trouble.
I will simply have to resort to a more traditional form of transport.
Hopefully with greater success.
Anybody catch that incidental dialogue? The NPCs down here are talking about, like,
Somebody help us!
taking captives and stuff and transporting them to the arena. I don't remember if that guy can see me if I drop down. I think he can. Wait, where did that archer go?
Please, I beg of you. Let us go.
Well, that archer walks the long way. Pardon me, I haven't done this in a while, so... please note the sand that they are breathing indicates what direction they are facing more easily from behind. So that you can kind of keep tabs on them. Whoa, okay, hi. Did I already screw up by coming down? I think I see that guy moving. Yeah, that's weird. I can kind of see his eyeballs through the ground. I've never noticed that before. Alright, we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna wait on that. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good time. Hope you were enjoying the game. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go on because the temperature has... It's still above 80 degrees outside and it's almost midnight. So, I mean, it's really hot. And I've been streaming for almost 10 hours? Yeah, so that sounds right. Come on, dude, walk back. You need to get shanked. Thank you very much. What? How did you notice me? What happened? I miss being able to just stab people and take their stand. Oh well. Not perfect, but still pretty okay. It's the portals that are really important for getting as stealthy as possible. Because they have reinforcements around them. Alright, that guy is facing the other direction. This guy is facing this direction. I forget if I can crawl all the way around or if I have to come at this guy from the side. They both turn to the side. I don't remember. Let's find out. That guy's still facing this direction. Just so much more satisfying. Opens up one part of the gate. Stops one of these doors from flicking. Oh wait, Mal's not here anymore. I can't just die hilariously for him. Oh, really? Oh, wait. That's right. He doesn't get quick time events. He gets button mashing. I don't remember if I can kill those guys in time. Let's chill out for a second and try and remember. Don't look at me. That's rude. Yeah, I wish it was that more demonic looking prince with the white hair was the Dark Prince. Glad that didn't hit him. Call for reinforcements.
Do we not have enough to deal with already?
Where am I going? Give me your stand. I need it more than you do. Oh, there's a trap thing on the wall. I must have, because I missed that one guy, set off the reinforcements. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh wait, hold on. Hi guys. How you doing? You doing okay? You're not important to my life. I want you to know this. Okay.
That chariot should get us home.
It's been a while since I've saved.
Are you sure you can control this thing?
And
It is the end for both of us!
The prince!
Prince. Huh, some girl in a box, right? Looks like a girl? Could be a girl?
And so once more the prince began the journey home, his mind afire with visions of the justice he would visit upon the vizier.
Be vigilant. Turn right. And left.
Be really terrible to die right now.
You have done well, Prince. Though I am sure it was not intentional.
Please tell me you made that. You jerk. Oh wait, I can rewind? Okay, I thought this stuff was more on rails than that. Cool. So I'm still trying to go for that trophy.
Watch out! That was close. Behind that column.
Bye, dude.
We made it!
Hold your horses.
Come on!
Alrighty then.
The once bright and vibrant streets of Babylon now stood all but deserted, its inhabitants either dead or fled. Those left behind suffered terribly, captured, tortured, and transformed. But the prince did not notice this. So focused was he on the vizier.
Someone's being a little full of themselves. See, this game has a little icon in the bottom left corner that when stuff is like out of view, unlike in the last game, you can know that it's time to press camera. Though honestly, what it's time for is a save? Jeez, could I get a save?
I'm impressed.
Oh, good. Your opinion means a great deal to me.
Is that how you thank the man who just saved your life?
First, you did not save my life. I did. Second, you are not a man. Just a disembodied voice. A ghost. And third, I never asked for your help, and I certainly do not need it.
While I admire your bravado, you would be wise to show some respect.
And you would be wise to keep quiet. You are distracting me, and we are no longer alone.
I love it. I love it. But seriously, could I have a save? Because, man, distances between saves. There we go. Crazy big distances.
Shall I?
Yeah, you shall. Oh, yeah.
Continue my story from here if you are called away.
Taking away my citizens.
Put it with the others.
Why are you doing this? We have done nothing wrong.
Save your crying for someone who cares.
I should do something.
Go ahead, fall to your death. That will be of great use to them.
Why am I always stuck with guard duty? Here, betrayal this man's out hovel. Wasting my time.
Okay, so that guy's standing out there. Hey, dude, which way do you go, man? You good? You just standing there? I expect you to walk inside. Do you walk inside? Alright. I have to trust that you don't face me. I can't see the guy who's actually in the building. That was too early. But I can rewind. Ah! Ahem. Let's try that again without sucking. 2 sands used. Wait, do I have any sand over here? No, not really. Let's try that again. One final time. The window gets shorter and shorter is kind of the problem as the game goes on. Or at least after they become sand creatures. Alright, well, I'm not wasting the last piece of sand on him. Oh, there's some. Okay. Did I not even need to kill that guy? Okay, 2 guys. One who walks this way, looking around. Other guy faces away from him. I can stab this guy, that's why I'm glowy. I have as much time as it takes for him to walk back and the other guy to face him. Okay, we can do this. Whose footsteps are these? Gotta get the hang of that timing again. Man, just beat that guy up. Okay. Let's see, we got 2 guys down there and a commander. I can stab both those guys at once, but then I think the commander will look. Let's go down there and reevaluate the situation, shall we? Alright, this is what we got. That guy's facing the thing. The commander is facing the thing sometimes, but then he turns away. This guy walks back. Commander's looking away. This guy walks over here. I believe those 2 guys are set up for a double kill, though the game actually should have a better indicator of what is a double kill. And the commander's still looking away. So it should be good. When that guy walks back, I'm going to try and double kill both of them and then kill the commander. We'll see if it works. Because that guy's facing the commander, so pretty much can't work any other way besides that way. Unless I fuck it up. What? No, I did it! Okay. Okay, now I definitely did it. Let me stab. I have gained 100 sand credits, which I believe you used to unlock the art in this game. I believe you completely miss out on that option if you don't do that stealthy. But you know, stealth plus rewind, more games should do. Really? There's no more sand in here for me? Oh, never mind. That worked like it was supposed to that time. Oh, hi. Whoops, wrong one. Still the wrong one. Hey, I grabbed him while he was getting up. Cool. Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Oh no, puppers! Sand puppers!
These creatures seem to feed off the sands. Kill them before they steal any more from you.
Oh, but I'm dead. No, no, stop! You're wasting it all! I haven't saved in ages! I haven't saved in ages! Hey, cut it out! When did I save? Jeez, actually, it's really long between these save points. I don't know that I've ever noticed, but then again, I wasn't trying to, like, beat the game without ever retrying, which I am kind of doing right now. Oh, God! Are you serious? I had no way of knowing that. Well, now I gotta break everything trying to get some sand. Well, that was aggravating. I should be able to run across that. Is that gonna hurt me too? Do I have to be worried about that now? Crap. Super crap. There's some sand. Better than nothing. Well, I'm sure that's entertaining to watch. Alright, anyway. 2 pieces of sand. Nope.
I can. What do you suggest? Can I grow wings and fly?
One can always dream.
Oh, that's bad. I need to jump at that straight. Game? It got less straight the longer that took. Ooh. Oh, I didn't have to drink. I just automatically got all my health back. Too bad I didn't get all my sand back.
Babylon's defenders still live. The city is not yet taken. Perhaps Father is among them.
Anything to say, Darky? Nope. Alright, saving.
Should I continue from here? Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Double check something. Okay. Just checking. I don't remember if that guy can see me over there. I think he might be able to. Okay. Feeling a little bit better. That looks a little bit far to run. Am I wrong? Prince can always run a little bit further than I think, but that looks kind of far.
What is this? Someone helping us. Who is there? You have done me a great service. Show yourself, that I might thank you. So very strange. I wonder... No, it is silly to think such things.
There you go, Gohan. You're getting the hang of it. Who could it be? You know, it's possible whoever that was in the box is an archer. That's possible, right? That's not a leap. We saw that character on screen briefly. Shrouded in mystery, but, you know, whoever they are, could be them. Uh-oh. Followed by death. The prince doesn't have any friends, Gohan. Silly Gohan. Oh, I don't know if he can see me on the ledge. I don't remember if he can. Okay, now where those guys probably can't hear me, let me bust some of these things and see if they have sand in them. Nope. I mean... animals don't eat people, Gohan. That's silly. Alright, let's take a look at this. That guy walks up, then he walks up. That person's standing away the whole time, so when they move like that, I might be able to shank both of them. Oh, but the bird's gonna go off. That's gonna be a problem, right? That's almost definitely gonna be a problem. Yeah. There you go, I knew that was gonna be a problem. I called it even. Oh. Ah! Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, whoops. That guy really lost his head.
Come on, show me something I haven't already seen.
Oh no, I'm not here to trick off, dude. We're not playing Tony Hawk right now.
No more rooftops.
Indeed. Irritating little detour. But let us be on with it. Head down to street level and we will look for a way to regain the rooftops.
You are an insistent inner voice, aren't you?
Well, someone has to make the decisions.
Okay, guy at the bottom of a chain? That seems more like a Dark Prince thing than a me. Than a me thing. Alright, if I pole vault off of that, where do I... Oh, I end up on the chain, actually. I need to know where that guy's looking. You can throw them down, but I forget how. Yeah, throw in the last game was, I hear you. Throw in the last game was, you know, using your offhand, but in this game you always have a secondary weapon. Wait, don't you? Hold on, Dagger of Time and what? Is that the glow of me stabbing both of them at the same time? Because it looks like it. I think it is. I think I should try it next time. I definitely try to waste as little time fighting as possible. Look at them. Nope, that was only one. Ow, my face.
You, a warrior?
Man, I barely got nicked. Shut your face. No, you pick up... Oh, that's right. So, wait. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a control button. I mean, a control thing. So, let's see. Landscape first person, rewind, slow down, walling, block, swing, okay. Chain swing, attack, grab. Huh. Weird. So... yeah, it should just be off triangle. Which is actually the opposite button from where it was last time. Combo list. You want combo list? Triple slash, furious slash, Asha's fury with enemy on floor. That's just stabbing them. Oh, I forgot about dagger charge. Wait, what's dagger charge? Can I actually take their sand out of them? That would be pretty cool. I missed that already. Grab, slice, grab, throw. Steel weapon. That's hold, triangle, press, circle. Just like it was in last game. Well, actually, last game it would have been hold, circle, press, triangle? Anyway. Aerial slash, landing kick, slice, weapon throw. Block counter, double slice. Holding R1 and then triangle? Okay. Angle drop, finish. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Stand-up attack, stand-up spin wheel. Charge weapon throw, right. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
Well, grab throw
Where was I?
isn't it as effective as in this game because there's not as many ledges. That's speaking of ledges. I should probably cease dropping all the way down, just in case. Just in case there be guys. I mean, that's how it worked in the last game, so hopefully it still works that way. Where do I go? Oh. Wait, hold on. What the? Okay. Okay. Okay, I got a little hurt doing that, which is not good. Oh. These chests have sand in them, right? 10 sand credits. Woo! Okay. Good. I have chosen wisely. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be lit or a candle or something, and not like this weird thing to the side. That doesn't look far enough to jump. Oh, baby. First try. No damage. Bonus health. Oh, whoops, I broke it. I broke the fountain. I assume, even though they don't indicate it, I assume what happens is, like in Sands of Time, you go like this, and then you smack your head on the edge of the bowl. In this game, you just do it so hard that you break the fountain. That's the assumption I'm going with. I think that's the appropriate headcanon to have about this. It just makes sense. What do you think, Gohan? I think that's what happens. In the first game, he takes a drink of the fountain, he has his head, like, go around a little bit, and then, like, he smacks his head on the edge of the thing, on the edge of the fountain. I feel like that probably still happens. And he just hits it really hard and breaks it. I gotta keep remembering that that's not like run at it, that's hold R1. Hey, look at that. This is a big old boy. It's a big old boy.
Is this where I should resume the tale next time?
Yeah. Now luckily, I'm saving here. So if I actually die to this guy, I'll be able to, like, restart right here.
I will continue
'Cause
my
I'm
story.
trying to
from
get
here
that
next
trophy.
time.
I don't like the looks of this.
Alrighty then, here we go.
This thing was once a man. He was there when Kylena died.
He was. He wasn't this big of a big old boy before. Now he's big. He's on his way. He's making it big time. What's that? Boss fights which incorporate platforming. That sounds awesome. Whose idea was this? Let me shake your hand. Forget if I'm supposed to say thank you. Yes, I am supposed to say thank you. Okay. Whoops, wrong way. Haven't done this in years, as the save file indicated earlier.
Go for the eyes, Prince. He
Wow,
cannot kill
he's
you
having
if he
real
cannot
trouble with
see
this
you.
right now. I'm not, but he is. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. No, I didn't press the wrong button. I pressed a different button, but it still was functional. Right in the eye! Go over the eyes, boo! I forget, there's a climb on the other side? Yes. I'm not... Ah! I done fucked up. Straight up, thank you. Cinematically beautiful, I love it!
Good. You have robbed him of his sight. Now bring him to his knees.
I don't think I'm going the right way. Whoa, whoa! I didn't know one hit would do that much damage. To the best of my recollection, I've never been hit before. Alright, can I get up here? Camera, work with me. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going, camera. You're not helping. Mother Crunker. Do any of the platforms work? And I just can't see them? I can't see where I'm supposed to be going for some reason. I'm too many years removed.
He can no longer see you. Move in and attack him directly.
Move in and attack him directly. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? This chonky boy gonna kick me. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, look at that much more reasonable life bar.
His legs, Prince. Cut them.
Dude, I'm working on it. Calm down. That could have been bad. Oh. this being a little bit more dramatic. Like, I would jump up on him multiple times. Like, more than 2 times. Like, a 3rd time. Did he get health back? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to hit the other layer. To the whoa. Cutscene? We saved the people!
We're free! Hero.
Keep away from me!
Alright, game. Ask me if I want to save after this boss fight. Thank you.
Shall I continue my
Alright, go on. I hate to leave you hanging, but I have been streaming for... Wait, did I say 10 hours before? I think I said 10 hours before. That's not right. I'm so hot I counted it wrong. I am, unfortunately, in a place where, hold on.
Good. But this tale is far from over.
I said almost 10 hours. Yes, that was incorrect. You see, the thing is, where I live, is very poor air conditioning circulation. And so when it's really hot outside, it actually, like, the longer it stays really hot outside, the more it ends up building up hotness inside the apartment, regardless of how the air conditioning is trying to handle it, regardless of how many hundreds of dollars the air conditioning ends up costing that month because it's running constantly. So, it is about midnight, and it is still 80 degrees outside. But in here, it feels like it's like 86 degrees because it's still hot from the over 90 degrees it was earlier in the day. And I can't believe it's midnight, it's still 80 degrees, and it's September. Climate change is a bitch. In any event, I've actually only been streaming for 8 hours. So anybody who's watching this later on YouTube, I started I started up Warrior Within, and I went all the way through it and mostly finished it, and so that was on record. So, the thing is, I think I'm going to call it here because it's been 8 hours. Not because it's been 8 hours. Actually, screw that. I want to keep playing. I do. But I can already feel myself making mistake. Twitch shows 10 hours and 11 minutes? Well, that sounds right. Wait, I streamed for like 4 hours. No, I streamed for like... No, that can't... No. I don't know. It was a normal stream day, so I should have started at 2. And it's now 12... Oh, wait, 2 and 12. Huntermund, what are you doing? See, I'm melting. I'm melting right now. 2 from 12 is 10. So yes, I've been streaming for 10 hours. I would honestly keep going. But I'm melting, and I can feel it affecting my reaction time. I shouldn't be having as much trouble with the quick time events as I am because I'm actually pretty good at them, and I have the muscle memory to remember them. But I am melting in this apartment right now. It's super hot. So unfortunately for the stream, I'm going to have to call this here, and for everybody else watching on YouTube, I'm going to have to call it here. But Gohan, if you could do me a real solid, because you seem to be enjoying yourself, and you went ahead and subscribed earlier. If you haven't, there is a form here on Google. It takes just like a minute or two to just answer like 2 quick questions. You can skip most of the other questions, but there's only like 2 required. One of which is, what game do I play after Ratchet & Clank Future: A Crack in Time? Which I am going to begin playing most likely this week unless something continues to push it back. My normal stream times, as you can see from this screen. Oh, look, I can actually go back to the, I have a second picture for this. There it is. My normal stream times are down there in the bottom corner of the screen. That's Sunday, Monday. Sunday is today. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I run long, and I stream random other times also, some weeks more than other weeks. I try and make sure that every time I'm making forward progress on a game, forward story progress on a game, it's during the at least beginning at the scheduled stream times. So, also, we have a YouTube channel that if we get enough subscribers to, we can put in a custom URL rather than the gibberish you're about to see in chat. Or you can search for Infravision Entertainment on YouTube. All of these videos end up there eventually, including this, apparently, Prince of Persia trilogy. I finally sat down and decided to do it, and it's going to be in its own playlist altogether. Additionally, let me see here. We have a Discord that you come join, hang out, talk about video games, talk about politics, talk about climate change. Everything has its own channel, so if you don't want to deal with politics or you don't want to talk about COVID-19 or whatever, you don't have to. It's in its own place, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We also have a Patreon. If you or anybody else watching has felt like we have been entertaining enough, meaning me, Maul, Captain Soja, Daniel. Oh. Hello, young white prick on YouTube. How you doing? Yeah, so that's all. These videos end up on YouTube eventually, and we have a Discord channel for you to come and hang out and talk and stuff like that. Let me see. You can catch me streaming all those times on twitch.tv, dlive.tv, periscope.tv, and also on the YouTube channel. And the dlive, Periscope, and Twitch are all /HunterMun. Daniel, who will be streaming again in about a week because he's currently moving, is dchow69 on twitch.tv. And otherwise, I think I've run through most of everything. I hope that you watching now or watching in the future had a good time. I hope you and your loved ones are safe because it's hectic out there. I don't know what else to say. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. And this has been Improvision Entertainment presents Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, or at least the beginning of it. I've been HunterMun, and I will see you in the future. And for everybody watching on Twitch later, or watching on streaming later, I'm going to try and see about why not trying to finish this game tomorrow, and then probably start Ratchet on Thursday. Or not Thursday? Thursday. I'm melting. I swear I'm melting. In any event, I hope you all have had a good time, and I'm ending the YouTube video.